Boko Haram fighters have reportedly hoisted their Islamist group flag in a remote district in Niger State, Nigeria's Middle Belt region. They've also allegedly seized the wives of fleeing residents. For more on this, I'm joined now by broadcast journalist in Nigeria, Itodo Abba. Itodo, good evening and thank you very much for your time. Then can you confirm for us that indeed the state capital, Mina, has been taken over by Boko Haram?
Well, the Niger State government says Boko Haram has hoisted its flags in Kare and Shiroro local government areas of the state. Now, the north central state here in Nigeria is about 140 kilometers to the FCT, which is the nation's seat of power. So there are worries that in no time, the local government, which is about 2 hours away from Abuja, could also be affected by this occurrence that happened in Niger State.
What are the elements trying to achieve there, the Boko Haram elements? How firstly do they manage to infiltrate, and what is their end goal?
Well, this literally brings to mind the fact that the security system of the country, or that state in particular, is pretty weak and low, seeing that they've been able to gain control. But then again, the governor of the state, Governor Abubakar Sani Bello, confirmed on Monday, saying that the terrorists displaced about 3,000 people out of the community, saying that they are trying to gain a stronghold. Now, if we were to look back in time, we know that basically their stronghold was in Sambisa, which is in Maiduguri and not really close to the capital of the country. But right now, it just brings to mind the fact that they may be trying to infiltrate the nation's capital, and this is their way of sending a warning ahead of time to the government to ensure that maybe their needs are met in good time, or just to get ready for when this might happen. And a lot of people are hoping it never gets to that, but the governor of the state is saying that he has sent warning ahead, seeking help from the federal government, but he hasn't quite gotten the feedback that he is expecting.
Now, this comes after the state governor had reported that the jihadists had put up a flag in the Gaydam area, but the army seems to be denying that this has happened.
Yes, they stated that they had, that was in Yobe State. They stated that they had had a back and forth with the members of Boko Haram and they won. So the flag hoisting never happened. But in Niger State right now, and in the communities as mentioned earlier, this is said to be the case, and that they have literally taken over the whole community.
Does the army maintain that all Nigerian territory is still under their control and not under the terrorist control?
Well, yes, they maintain, but the state government, who is in charge of the security of the state, is saying that they have taken over parts of the state, and he is worried that in no time, Abuja, which is just 2 hours away and where the president and, lots of other state officials are based, could eventually also be affected by this occurrence.
Now, you mentioned 3,000 at least people who have been ousted by this particular process. Any more reports? We're getting reports of wives being abducted as well?
Yes, we got reports that the wives have also been taken over, and they are the one who are catering to the Boko Haram members who have in turn taken over those communities. So it means that the women are made to live in a way or be with people who they are not interested in, and it's a cause for concern for the government, the governor, and the families generally.
Now, the fact that the state governor is saying that the territories are taken over, the army is saying the territories are not taken over, this back and forth, does it result in any form of inaction on the part of the security in Nigeria? Are you confident that they are acting at all on any of what is being reported?
I would say the security architecture of the country is doing its best to ensure that if indeed these territories have been taken over and flags hoisted, they're doing the best to ensure they can take it back and restore safety and security to that community so that those who are based there, that's the residents, in this regard, can return. Because right now it would mean that these people would be made to move around to try to find, they'll be displaced literally, and they'll be made to look for other communities where they can perch in the meantime, pending when their community is safe enough to return. So we're hoping that in no time this issue is resolved and that residents can return back to their homes safe and sound.
Itodo, appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us tonight. Broadcast journalist in Nigeria, Itodo Aba, there for us tonight on that report of Boko Haram hoisting its flag in some regions in Nigeria. Meanwhile,